New Orleans is known for three things: food, jazz music, and fun. The Satchmo SummerFest places all three of these within the historic French Quarter at the same time. The Satchmo SummerFest is a festival honoring Louis Satchmo Armstrong that occurs every year around Armstrong's birthday, August 4th. This year's festivities run from August 2nd through 5th, perfect for anyone who wants to visit without missing school. During the Satchmo SummerFest, there are stages set up throughout the French Quarter for jazz concerts. There are also local restaurants, food stands, and beer booths around with the intention of catering to the festival's guests. Sounds like the perfect 4-day-long party. However, there is a more serious aspect to this festival, and that is the collection of seminars about Louis's life in jazz music. Some of this year's seminar topics include Cinematic Satch, Satchmo's musical milieu, a discussion of the cultural environs of Armstrong's Black Storyville, and anecdotes from one of his neighbors in New York City. He was born in New Orleans on August 4th, 1901, to Mary and William Armstrong. He was involved in New Orleans' musical culture from the time he was a kid. He grew up there, singing on the street with three other boys. That's where he got the nickname Satchmo. Armstrong would take the money passers-by would throw to him and his group and put it in his mouth in order to protect it from the older, bigger boys. So they called him Satchelmouth. Satchelmouth was then shortened to Satchmo. Even now, New Orleans is known for its musical atmosphere. There is noise and music everywhere, and Armstrong has contributed in a big way. Not only was he one of the street performers, but he helped to shape the jazz music that is now performed in the city and around the world, by making it more solo-heavy and rhythmic. He popularized it through his international fame as a jazz trumpet player. The world was so in love with Armstrong's music that at one point in time, his records were more popular than the Beatles'. Armstrong didn't start off playing the trumpet. The first instrument he learned was the cornet. He learned to play the cornet during his time in the band at the New Orleans School for Waifs. Why was Armstrong in such a place? That is a good question, considering the New Orleans School for Waifs was a reformatory school, and this man grew up to be a jazz legend. It all happened on New Year's Day, when Armstrong fired his stepfather's pistol into the air. I don't think he hit anyone, but it still got him into trouble with the police. To sum it all up, the Satchmo SummerFest celebrates Louis Satchmo Armstrong in a way that only New Orleans can, with culture, food, and lots of jazz. This boy from New Orleans was transformed a whole genre of music to provide a soundtrack to a wonderful world.